Remember Hyperloop? It's getting closer to reality. The year is 2030. You're in a sleek pod-like capsule that's levitating inside a low-pressure steel tube and traveling at speeds of over 600 miles per hour across the country. This is Hyperloop, the futuristic transportation system proposed by controversial US entrepreneur Elon Musk, which is based on 100-year-old principles that have been updated for the 21st century. Advocates claim that technology is more environmentally friendly than aeroplanes and substantially faster than high-speed trains. But is Hyperloop a feasible future mode of transportation, and can the challenges involved in making it a reality be overcome? In other words, would we ever be able to ride in one of these high-tech vehicles? In today's video we will be taking a deep dive into what Hyperloop is, and if we can still expect it. Say hello to the future of high-speed transportation. It's 3.5 times quicker than the Shinkansen bullet trains in Japan, and even faster than a Boeing 747. T's a Hyperloop, magnetic pods levitating inside a tube at speeds of above 62 miles per hour. In principle, you could go from San Francisco to Los Angeles in 45 minutes for less than $100 one way. With a successful human test trip in November 2020, we could be less than 10 years away from seeing it in action. Vacuum tube transit systems have been around for a surprising amount of time as a concept for quick transportation. Isambard Kingdom Brunel, a British engineer and the Elon Musk of his time, suggested building a tube in southwest England in 1845 that would move trains at a dizzying 70 miles per hour. Brunel's plan was abandoned after the project became impracticable due to a shortage of materials that could support it. Despite Brunel's efforts, it took more than a century for SpaceX and Tesla CEO Elon Musk to turn the world's attention back to tubular transit technology. The concept of the Hyperloop became widely popular in 2013, thanks to Elon Musk's 58-page Hyperloop Alpha paper which set out how a modern system would work and how much it would cost. He argued that his Hyperloop could be faster, safer, more affordable, and less disruptive to people living along the route. Musk said that the service could be the answer to travel between cities less than about 900 miles or 1,500 kilometers apart. But how does the whole concept of a train in a tube work? Well, at its core, the Hyperloop technology is all about removing the two things that slow down regular vehicles, air resistance and friction. To do away with the latter, the pod must hover above its track, turning Hyperloop into a magnetic levitation, or maglev train. Maglev is basically what allows a Hyperloop to go incredibly fast. To put it in the simplest terms, maglev trains have two sets of magnets. One set to move the floating train ahead, and another to repel and push the train up off the track, taking advantage of the lack of friction. The lack of friction between the passenger-carrying pods and the tube-shaped track is basically what allows the Hyperloop to travel superfast. One of the most energy-intensive aspects of high-speed transport is overcoming air resistance. Airliners go to higher altitudes in order to pass through less dense air. To achieve a similar effect at ground level, Hyperloop encloses the capsules in a reduced pressure tube, effectively allowing the trains to move at plane speeds while staying on the ground. So now that we're all caught up to speed about what the Hyperloop system is, let's take a look to see where Musk's project stands at the moment. Despite doing much to lay the foundation for the Hyperloop system, Musk initially said he was too busy to develop his own service. There are now a number of companies working to turn the idea into reality, including startups and others who have been working on the idea for some time already. Among them Virgin Hyperloop is an American transportation technology company that works to commercialize the Hyperloop concept. A new video from Virgin Hyperloop shows what it will be like to travel by Hyperloop, from arriving at the portal, boarding the pod and heading out to your destination. It will make it easier than ever to travel between cities. 2 passengers have traveled safely in a Virgin Hyperloop pod for the first time, in a test that has made transportation history. The test took place at Virgin Hyperloop's 500-meter DevLoop test site in Las Vegas, where the company has previously run over 400 unoccupied tests. Virgin Hyperloop's co-founder and Chief Technology Officer Josh Jeagle, and Director of Passenger Experience Sarah Lucien were the first people in the world to ride on this new form of transportation. The passengers made their maiden voyage on the newly unveiled XP2 vehicle, designed by Jack Ingalls Group, which was custom-built with occupant safety and comfort in mind. While the production vehicle will be larger, and seat up to 28 passengers, this 2-seater XP2 vehicle was built to demonstrate that passengers can in fact safely travel in a Hyperloop vehicle. Virgin Hyperloop is the only company in the world that has successfully tested Hyperloop technology at scale. The testing campaign, from the beginning stages all the way through to today's successful demonstration, was overseen by the industry-recognized Independent Safety Assessor (ISA) certifier. Having undergone a rigorous and exhaustive safety process, the XP2 vehicle demonstrates many of the safety-critical systems that will be found on a commercial Hyperloop system, and is equipped with a state-of-the-art control system that can detect off-nominal states, and rapidly trigger appropriate emergency responses. Although each pod carries only about 28 passengers, thousands of passengers will be able to use Virgin Hyperloop every hour. This is thanks to the way that Virgin Hyperloop's machine intelligence software will allow vehicles to travel behind one another in the tube just milliseconds apart. Virgin Hyperloop argues that it will have a lower environmental impact than other modes of travel, and it has the same G-forces as rail. Centralized control will keep the pod travel safe. The company says that several pods can depart per minute, and the system does not require stops at every station. Virgin Hyperloop wants to transfer 50,000 passengers per hour in an on-demand fashion, that's the equivalent of a 30-lane highway. As you can see in the Virgin video, the trip is being designed as a luxury experience. Other countries, including India and Saudi Arabia, are vying to be the first to establish a Hyperloop certification track and reap the potential economic benefits. Of course, there are plenty of engineering matters to consider, such as protecting the Hyperloops from earthquakes and terror attacks. After building and testing the world's first Hyperloop system, the Virgin Hyperloop company stated that they are now focused on their commercial product. Also, the main focus behind this project is to guide a design that is elegant, simple, future-proof, and guided by principles of this century. Do you think the Hyperloop will be good for future transportation? Share with us in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to this channel.